Hey guys, we're live. Plan for tonight is to be a little bit informal. Hey Riz, how you doing, mate? I'm down in Melbourne next week. It's much more chilly here in Canberra, though. If anyone feels like they want to jump on stage and join in, feel free. The link's pinned to the top there. If you don't want to use camera, that's fine too. More than welcome. Hey, Kangaroo Island, great to see you here, mate. Yeah, look, just to be clear, I'm not trying to replace Tom. It was a request from a couple of viewers that we're going to be having withdrawals over the next few weeks. So I agreed to do a couple of live streams. Next week will be harder. I'll be in Melbourne next week, but yeah, we'll see what we can do. But yeah, full respect for Tom. I don't want to try and replace him or steal his audience. I'll stick to Sunday nights normally, but decided to help out and stop the withdrawals from all the people that are going to be missing him for the next few weeks. Yeah, Rez, I've got some articles here I'll share shortly. Definitely some good news over the last couple of days. Let me just get Kangaroo, the blues banner. Done. All right. Yeah, so let me have a look here. Yeah, so looking at some of the figures, we had some good results, obviously, just recently. It's helped the Tesla share price if anyone's holding shares. But some good news for some of the BYD, some of the Tesla and EV sales in Australia. So, hang on. There we go. Here's the June figures. Yeah, so June in Australia, we've got the Tesla Model Y at 2,906, Model 3 at 1,777, and the Seal coming in third at 706, with the rest of the legacy brands. But definitely some good figures there. There's also some good figures here for Europe, with Tesla definitely leading the way in sales. Got Volkswagen, BMW, Volvo, Mercedes-Benz, Audi. But there's definitely a very clear lead there for year-to-date 2024. Yeah, auto seems to be popular with the budget-conscious crowd. It is surprising that they're so low in sales, because I do see a fair few around as well. But that's very impressive there for the Europe sales. And for the US EV, this is only EV registrations. We see Tesla absolutely killing it again. One of the big surprises just in the last 24 hours, I think this came out, was the Tesla Energy sales, which is what shot the price up of the stock for those who are holding Tesla shares. It's really started to skyrocket the mega packs. So you can certainly see that you can't count as Tesla as a car company anymore. There's certainly got their fingers in a lot of different pies that are really starting to pay off. Even in China, this is showing BEV as well as hybrid. Let me see if I can make that bigger. It's a bit better there. Megapacks, there's a new factory in Shanghai that's going to start producing them. It's being built right next to the Shanghai car factory. But I'm pretty sure at current, they're all built in the US. There's definitely a long wait list on them. Yeah. So my understanding is they've just broken ground, Riz. Is that correct? On that new factory next to Shanghai car factory. So yeah, this one's showing the BEV as well as hybrid. And your BYD's got the biggest market share in China from January to April when you factor in hybrid. But when you look at the EV only, Tesla Model Y is taking the cake there as well. Yeah, as Sensei says, more than welcome to join in. Yeah, BYD are well established in hybrid and ICE vehicles. So Sensei has shared some photos of some unique charging solutions. This one's in Hobart, I believe. I'm definitely glad to see that they're starting to swap out the version 3 superchargers for the version 4s, which should help some of these vehicles that have got charging ports in inopportune locations. Here's one in Auckland that I think just wants to be an EV. Yeah, I think he just has a bit of EV envy. Can understand that. Thanks for sharing those, Sensei. Yeah, indeed. At least I want to be. Also got another photo here from Dronus of a new EV charger that's currently being built. I believe this is in Raynella, South Australia. It seems like apparently this is a 3-stall, 6-port EV site. And it looks like EV has partnered with Hungry Jacks to start installing. I think there was 400. It didn't specify whether they were sites or ports. I'm assuming it's actually ports going to be installed in Hungry Jacks car parks around the country. So that's good to see. Always good to have more charging options. Yeah, absolutely, there is. It's good to see someone else starting to get more out there. At least this one's got six ports at least. It's better than the 1s and 2s you see around. Ah, nice, Kev. That'll be handy for you. Hey, mate, how you going?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect, mate. Perfect.
Great. Well, we're in the Model 3 listening to some banging two-pack on the radio.
Tell us about your recent service experience. How'd that go?
Yeah, that's better actually. I just closed the other tab and now it works. Yeah, so I had some creaks in my steering wheel and they're all gone now. And yeah, so booked it in online and yeah, they're really good. Within a week, had it in. And the guys were really friendly. Took me through a test drive, showed them the noises that was coming. Was in there probably 2.5 hours, and they took the shroud off the steering wheel and took it for another drive, and the noise was still there.
Oh, yeah.
So they replaced the complete steering wheel, which is fantastic. The
Excellent.
door panel, the door panel they couldn't replicate until they put a frequency generator on, and they found about 50 hertz something was rattling in the door, and so they had taped up a cable in the door, and now it's silent. It's fantastic. So really good service there.
That's great to hear. You know, obviously, some things are going to go wrong, and it's good that you get good service when they do.
Yeah, I was really impressed. Really friendly, really professional. Happy to explain everything. I had a Calais before this one, and it had a rattle in the door, which sounded like a marble in a tin can. And I took it in to hold it, and they said, "Oh no, that's normal. That's how the glass is in the car." So they never fixed that one. So
Oh, wow. And
yeah,
they give you Uber vouchers and that kind of stuff, and they drop the car off, or?
they do. They have a lounge there as well, so you can just chill there. I could get an Uber into work, but I just stayed there and just worked for a couple of hours, sat in the sun, and yeah, before I knew it, they were done.
Nice.
So yeah, it's really good. They're really good guys down there at Tonsley in Adelaide. Really friendly. Have any of you guys had any experiences with service departments?
Yeah, Adelaide,
Yeah,
Kev.
I'll go. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what I've done now. Click something. If I disappear, I'll be back. Hang on. Continue.
You're right.
There I am. I think, yeah. Yes. Yeah, Adelaide, yeah. So I could just say it, couldn't I, instead of typing it? Yeah. Long day.
It's good to hear. Yeah, certainly. Yeah, there is. I agree. I haven't had to take my car in yet. I did have an issue last week where the GPS stopped working for some reason. Did the old 2-button reset, and initially it didn't come back online, but I hadn't moved the car. So I contacted them, but when I moved the car, it came working again. So the reset obviously fixed it. So I didn't need to really do anything.
Okay, cool.
But the logging in on the app seems pretty seamless. They contacted me straight away and asked a couple of questions, and I said, "Look, I just fixed it. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, and you can add things. So I added something else to mine. Oh, because I found the window open one morning, and so I added a photo of that, sent it in, and they called me. The guy from Adelaide called me and said, "Oh, we'll definitely look at that when it comes in." So very reassuring.
Did they say anything about that one?
They said if it's a once-off thing, he did say that that all of the service requests for when your car goes in to get things fixed, like what we're doing, they get logged into like a database, and so every service center can see what's happening with all the cars that are coming back.
Perfect.
Yeah. So then I mentioned the window, and he said that someone in Sydney had mentioned that their switch was rattling. So he said it could be that on its way. So they replaced the switch anyway. There was nothing wrong with it, but they replaced it.
Okay.
Yeah, just as a preventative thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, I mean everything I've heard has been all very positive, so that's always reassuring. Sensei with a question here: Mercedes, Benz, and Toyota. Should I get started on this? Toyota have really lost the plot as far as I'm concerned. I mean, every day they seem to be coming out with either a new battery that's going to blow everything away, it's going to charge in 2 seconds, and work in minus 1,000 degrees centigrade, or it's a new ICE engine that's going to blow everything away, or it's just a new thing every time that never actually eventuates. So I feel like Toyota are just trying to stay relevant, but not willing to invest the money into BEVs. Mercedes, they've now dropped the whole the BEV specific platform, so they're still using their current vehicles. I don't know how much truth is in it, but I'm reluctant to put too much faith into anything I hear about EVs, but I recently heard that the EQS is now selling secondhand cheaper than a Model 3 does.
Wow.
Again, that's just what I've heard, and with all the FUD that floats around with EVs, I can't vouch for that. But yeah, the recent comments by one of the, I'm not sure what he was an executive in Mercedes, throwing shade at FSD. I've got a little video here I'll share that. Hang on. Like I said, I can't vouch for that, Sensei. I've seen it reported, but yeah, look, there is obviously a level of depreciation on all vehicles. Tesla are slightly higher, but yeah, I can't vouch. And there's so much bull crap that floats around that I try to not put too much faith into anything that I can't verify 100%. But yeah, look, this is the
Work.
vehicles. If they want to throw shade on the FSD, I think that there's actually a full video of that, which goes and tests the Tesla vehicles as well, and they pass every test fine. But obviously Mercedes, yeah. And even there's a video floating around. If you look up Holmars has a really good video where he compares an EQS lane keeping to the Tesla, and it's just dangerous. It's just there's the number of interventions he had to make on the EQS was ridiculous.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, look, it's disappointing that Mercedes seem to have gone away from their EV design, and they're still just going to make versions of their ICE vehicles into EVs rather than a ground up design, which I think is the way to go. I think Ford, I think I might have said this last time, but Ford really impressed me as far as Jim Farley, and there's a bunch of videos recently where he's been interviewed and talked about the fact that they really need to try and make a profitable EV in the next 5 years. I mentioned also that the F-150 is the Lightning has just been released in Australia for around $250,000 starting price.
Yeah.
But they're losing money on that, and that's the thing. It's only Tesla and BYD, and I think BYD is only making money in China. I'm not certain of that, but these companies are going to have to really start investing into being able to profitably produce a EV, or alternatively start licensing. I think Ford. I put a pretty high likelihood that Ford will start licensing more and more from Tesla, especially noting that they were the first to embrace the Tesla charging standard in the US, and then all the other brands started coming on board. I don't know what you think, Dronis, but that's how I see things going. I just can't see them get profitable otherwise.
Are the Lightnings produced for right-hand drive market, or are they converted? Is that why they're so expensive? Or
I believe they're importing them as right-hand drive units. Yeah, so they're actually selling them now. But yeah, the starting price was $250,000, which is a lot of money.
You'd be pretty keen, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's a Raptor, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I think the ICE version starts around 150 or something like that, or even less. I'm not sure, but yeah.
You see a lot of people still driving large dual cab utes in the suburban areas, and I guess there is a market for people that actually need them, but there's a lot of them getting around, so still very popular with some people.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Cybertruck comes out here and what sort of pricing that goes for. I'm sure it'll be north of 100,000, but I think Riz has got the first order, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, then Riz said he's ordered for a while, haven't you?
Or are you getting the Rolls Royce first? Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what that if that ever makes it out here anyway. But what sort of pricing it goes for as well.
I didn't realize. So I was going back up through the chat there that there was an EV already at the Hungry Jack's in North Adelaide. Kangaroo Island TV. How
Oh,
long's that
okay.
been there for?
Hey, Samira.
He's got
Riz
them
must
all.
have a massive car park for his garage, I think. Multi-story garage. Yeah, Kev, I know Ipswich well, so yeah. It was funny. I had a raptor pull up next to me. He was sort of driving alongside and having a good sticky beak as we drove along, and he pulled up next to me at the lights and ran his window down. I'm thinking, oh, here we go. He's like, oh, that looks like a bloody awesome car, mate. And
I haven't seen too many Ultra Reds around Adelaide. I've only seen one or two.
yeah, I saw one actually in my area just the other day, but it already had a big ding in the back too. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
When I
that's what I
was
was
just ahead,
expecting, Bruce.
120. Okay, that's not too bad, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's a good price if that's what it does come out. That's what I'm sort of expecting it'll be.
Mm.
That'll be definitely and that'll undercut a lot of the big ice trucks.
Mm. I don't know if you guys had heard when I was at the service place, the guy was saying that there was a new performance there. Really nice car, really fantastic. The seats and it were just amazing. And it had a damaged rim or a flat tire, and the service advisor said that it was only a couple of weeks old, but there wasn't any stock in Australia of the tire. I don't know if you guys have heard anything similar to that, or if it's some weird size. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I
It's like
saw
a
you
back
post
tire.
that on the forums. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know they've got the different sizes on the front and back.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't rotate them. You can only rotate left to right. You can't rotate front to back.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. He was in for a bit of a wait, so.
Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, thanks, Sensei. I'll check that out. I'll include that on my Sunday show. But yeah, it's not unique to Mercedes. Obviously, a lot of people complain about the Tesla resale value, but yeah, look, if you take a car off the lot, you're losing 10%, 20% before you drive it off the lot anyway. So
Mm.
um, I don't think I think it's overblown a little bit. And if you're buying a new Tesla at the end of the day anyway, when you trade it in, you sort of it's a trade off anyway. I guess
Mm.
it's one of the one of the drawbacks of being early adopters. Battery technology is obviously improving quite a bit and becoming cheaper and cheaper. So we've got to expect that the cars will become cheaper. Um, yeah,
It's a good thing, I think, to make it more available to people so that it can be more sustainable and get it in the hands of more people. I don't think price reduction is necessarily a bad thing as long as the company's still in business.
yeah, absolutely. And the fact that we're saving money on petrol, we're saving money on servicing and that kind of stuff. It all sort of works out in the
Mm.
end. Yeah, Riz,
Oh,
that's
parallel. So that's the OTR, the big OTR out there, is it? I go past there a few times when I go to the Barossa. There's a Krispy Kreme there too. Not that I would ever dare go in there, but yeah.
Nothing wrong with a Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely cheaper than a Ram or F-150. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens if it
Yeah,
does
if they
come
can get
out.
it in that price. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't see any. I mean, looking at it, I know everyone. Oh, not everyone, but there's a lot of people that are very anti the Cybertruck and don't want to see it come out. Um, give all these reasons why it won't conform to Australian design rules, that kind of stuff. But I mean, the sharp edges they point at, I don't think it's that sharp.
Mm.
The slope bonnet, I mean, I'd much rather be hit by, if I was a pedestrian, I'd much rather be hit by that slope bonnet than a big brick wall of an F-250 with a bull bar and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah, definitely, or a bus or a truck or a train or a boat.
yeah, I mean, you got a lot more visibility in that in the design of the Cybertruck than you have in some of the big trucks as well.
Yeah, it's
So,
probably less likely to be in an accident anyway with all the safety gear that's on it. So
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, we'll wait and see. I don't know if it'll end up coming
Mm.
out or not. But another bit of news I just saw today was the version 2024.26 is currently in testing. I'll show you some of the features of that one. So this is just gone out to Tesla employees, as far as I understand it so far. But some of the new features: YouTube Music, Amazon Music, some parental controls where you can set a pin to set a maximum speed limits, force it on chill, do all the things to your kids that spoil their fun. This one's interesting: navigation to sub-destinations. So you can kind of zoom in and pick a specific terminal at an airport, or I'm guessing like a particular part of the car park for a stuff. It'll be interesting. Some weather forecasts and air quality. And scheduling the charge and preconditioning. I think that was it, yeah. So that one's currently in testing, so I'm not sure how long it'll take to get out to us, but I'm still hoping we get the auto park fairly soon.
Yeah, as soon as that comes out, I'll be signing up for the enhanced autopilot for sure.
Nice.
Give it a test. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely be doing some videos on it and testing it out, giving it a good run for money. And the other one is the enhancements to the adaptive headlights, where it turns into the corners and that kind of stuff. Still waiting on that to appear in Australia. Both of those seem to be going out to more and more countries with each dot release. I saw .7, was it? Yeah, 20.7 has just started rolling out in the last 24 hours. I haven't seen anything to say that is bringing anything new to Australia. I don't know if anyone here has received it yet. But I'll keep an eye on that one, but I don't think that's got anything that's particularly new.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually,
OTR seem to be.
Yeah, I dropped into the one down on Green Hill Road the other day, and saw I think it was the $20 or $30 pre-authorization, and just kept driving. Went further down the road. So, yeah, like, no, I'm not going to get their app and pay that. So, but it's good that they're doing something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good having the cards. I just got my EV card. I haven't had a chance to try it yet, but I may on my trip to Brisbane in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Kev. So both YouTube Music and Amazon Music, both coming as part of 2024.26.
Is there a Google Music? Is that a thing? I don't even know.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I've ever heard of it. Yeah.
What do Google people use? Just Spotify. I've got an iPhone, so I don't know.
I've got an Android and I use Spotify, but yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah, I'm keen to see the Waze-like features start to improve as well. I know there was a lot of code there to try and get more. At the moment, we've just got the fixed speed cameras. I'd like to see the mobile, the reporting, and that kind of stuff. I know there was Green the Only does these little code digging and found some code in there to try and do a automatic reporting of certain road hazards, that kind of stuff. I'm not sure how that'll work, but
Okay.
keen
I guess
to
they
see
bring
that.
in traffic already, don't they? If that's crowdsourced from other cars, so maybe it might be an extension of that. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I'm not sure if it's going to be automatically spot a speed camera, especially when hiding behind a tree like they tend to do. But
Yeah,
just
it's
having a
pretty
report
tricky.
button,
Yeah, here they
even
hide them
even
pretty well.
either
So,
yeah, either voice or a little button there to report stuff.
mm,
See how that
yeah.
goes.
Even if it dragged, I suppose it can't really even drag in the published speed camera locations because they're not really accurate. It's like a road in a suburb. So,
Yeah, I think
okay.
that's what it
So,
does currently. I'm not sure.
YouTube Music is Google Music.
Okay, there you go. Didn't even know there was Google Music.
Mm-hmm.
Another little news tip that I think Sensei sent to us. Polestar having some issues. I know they had a lot of issues with their reporting of sales and profits or losses. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see who survives out of all the EV brands. I know we just lost Fisker, and there's quite a few others that are still on their way out, just struggling to make money. I know Polestar has some decent backers, so we'll see. Lucid also, but yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
sad to
heard
see. I
Fisker
like
were in trouble. Yeah.
Fisker's gone. Yeah, they've gone bankrupt
Okay.
completely now.
All right. Wow.
Um, but yeah, look, it's good to see competition out there, and I would like to see more. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be probably Tesla and BYD and a lot of other companies maybe licensing.
Mm.
It's good to hear, Bruce. Yeah, it's just a matter of whether they're making money on those and how sustainable it is. That's going to be the issue there.
I did see on Tom's recent video, he was talking about getting his BYD charging port modified so it works on Tesla superchargers. So maybe some of those comments on PlugShare about how useless Tesla chargers are for BYDs might be retracted. It wasn't the charger's fault in the
Yeah,
end anyway.
I think I saw the video where he actually had it working and he tested it. I'm pretty sure anyway.
Yeah, cool.
But I know someone else had theirs. I know I saw the first one get done and it was all working. So I'm not sure if they've done it for the Atto 3 though yet.
Okay. Well,
Bruce
it's
might
good.
be able to confirm
It's
that.
a good revenue stream for Tesla, and it's also very helpful for every EV owner. You got to get around and charge. They get around the country.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely a BYD issue. Okay.
Yeah, there was a hardware fix they had to do on it. Apparently, it's pretty quick, but yeah, it's good to see that's resolved. Certainly would be hard road tripping if you can't use the Tesla network,
I
at
think
least
they're
on the
done
road.
during their scheduled service and get it put in their gold scheduled service book that they have in the glove box.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a dig, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And they've got isn't Polestar also um, the old it used to be a Swedish brand Volvo.
Hmm.
I think
I thought it was a Volvo. They got that same Thor-looking headlight on them.
yeah, I thought
Or
they were. Yeah, I just watched a review of the Polestar 4. They're nice looking cars. I don't have anything against them.
do they? They've got like an Android, like a Google interface to them, don't they? Like they're
Yes, it's
yeah,
running Google. Yeah,
yeah, it would throw me off.
yeah. Look, that's one of the advantages. I think I think Tesla has is the whole vertical integration. They do their own software. They haven't got to try and jump in with all the different vendors to try and make a change. But it's. I'd also like to see an app store or something like that, or some more. We definitely need more like the Waze-like features. I think is the biggest wish list item for most people.
Yeah. In a way, it's good, I guess. I think having it closed a bit is probably a good thing, so that they can sort of control the quality of what's going on. There's not too many variables, and have everything approved.
Correct.
But again, I don't know how that system works, but
I mean, they've certainly got the over-the-air updates nailed down, and that's I think it's one of the big reasons is they control everything, so it makes it a lot easier for them. BYD are obviously getting some over-the-air updates now, which is great to see.
Yeah, mine's been a lot faster since changing ISPs. So.
Oh yeah.
Touch wood. Yeah, it's been good.
Question from Sensei. I'm looking forward to seeing the Zika, and it'll be interesting to see for sure. I think Zika is definitely the most promising of the two. I think Riz definitely knows the Zika well, can give us some insights into that, how that all went. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was sure that Volvo had some sort of a involvement, but mostly Geely. Okay, there you go. Yeah, look, nothing against them at all. I think they look nice, especially the sedan version. I really would like to see them survive.
Have we seen them in Australia yet?
Oh, sorry, I was talking about the Polestar there. But yeah, I saw Riz and Tom's little video. They obviously had a ball up there in China.
Yeah.
Very jealous.
There seems to be a lot of EVs being made in China, and that inside China YouTube channel, the guy talks about all the new cars coming out. Some amazing stuff for the value for money. It looks really good, but will we ever see it in Australia? It'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think there's more and more coming out. Yeah, China's obviously taken the better approach as far as really embracing EVs. So it's good to see. That obviously, some of them will need to meet the safety standards, that kind of thing. But yeah, look, there are seeing some of the videos of some of the stuff out there. It's amazing to see.
Even though charging is 800 or over 1,000 volt charging.
Yeah,
fast charging. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Kangaroo Island. That's yeah. I just watched. I was saying I just watched a Polestar 4 review this morning, and it was really good. Yeah, competition's always good, so I'm looking forward to it. Will do, mate. Just find the right screen. Done. What was the most impressive you saw apart from the Zika, Riz? Your little trip. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Keen
do
to
you
see
think
some
that?
more Utes and sorry.
I was going to say, do you think Mercedes and BMW are like pricing themselves out of the market? Whereas you can get some of these cars look pretty impressive. The included quality inclusions for the price is pretty good. As
Yeah, I think
single,
there's always going to be the customers that see the Mercedes and BMW for a while yet that they see that as the prestige and the the buy it for the statement more than the car. But I
yeah,
think over time, yeah, certainly as some of this tech comes out, and yeah, and like Rich says there, yeah, as some of these Chinese brands and Tesla and BYD and others really start to overtake or start to even make that distance even bigger with the software and tech, it's going to start eating away at their sales. Those figures we saw in Europe, yeah, they're already struggling, I think.
mm. Mm.
Yeah, the whole battery swap thing, I get it, but I don't. If that makes sense.
Mm.
Um, I get people think they need to be able to stop, change, refuel, and get on their way again. But every time I've got on a road trip, by the time I've used the bathrooms, grabbed something to eat, that kind of stuff, the cars are ready to go before I am. So I just don't
Mm.
see the need for all the extra cost of having a station there where they have to swap the battery out. You don't know what you're getting. I just don't know.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense without home charging. Um, and that's a problem here, I guess, too, with many in apartments that can't get access to charging or haven't got off-street parking. Um, could possibly work, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you probably like lease, just rent the battery for the time that you have it, or
Hmm.
mm.
From Sensei, yeah, yeah. I think there certainly are still a statement car. Yeah, absolutely, and yeah, even at 150 kilowatts, yeah, like I say, most times I'm on a road trip, the car's ready before I am.
Mm. Yeah, and I think after driving for 3 or 4 hours, it's probably good for you to get out of the car and stretch your legs and get something to eat and break the drive a bit safer on the
Yeah,
road.
absolutely. Yeah, I don't think it's safe to be driving 6 hours straight and not having more than a 5 minute break.
Mm. Battery as a service, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Um, Anyone else got any vehicles that they're looking forward to seeing or hearing about in the background in the work pipeline? Okay,
100
so you
kilowatt.
got the choice, I guess. Yeah,
It'd be fairly
500
quick.
kilowatt, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will be quick. I'm really looking forward to getting vehicle to load. I hope Tesla find a way to offer that in their other vehicles. I don't know if that's going to require. There's been various statements on that as far as there was one statement by one of the charging teams saying it was going to be possible with the current vehicles. And then I think that got walked back. But I really would love to see vehicle to load ability on our batteries.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. It's a decent battery. I think the Hyundai Kona has it in their new EV.
Yeah, a lot of the Chinese brands are starting to have it. So I
Mm.
think it's something that Tesla obviously they've got it with the Cybertruck. So
Mm.
I know initially there wasn't a lot of they weren't too keen on it, but that seemed to change over the last 12 months at least.
Yeah.
Okay, I've only sat in the Model 3 Performance very briefly, but I like the seats. Getting back into my car straight afterwards, I felt like I was I got really disappointed. I was like, yeah, the wraparound sort of feel. I liked it. Was there any particular part you didn't find comfortable? I haven't heard of Skywell. I'll have to look into that one.
Yeah, I find these seats really comfortable in the Highland.
Yeah, I mean, I
Really nice to
haven't had
be.
any issue with them, but after sitting in the performance one and getting back into mine, it was a bit of a shock, really.
Yeah.
I used to watch some of his just for the entertainment value. I think he's just looking for he's catering to his audience, really. I think
Yeah.
he's just a entertainment platform more than anything else. I don't see him as so much of a news outlet or anything like that by any stretch.
Mm.
I think he's just looking to get his clicks and entertain. He's certainly panders to his
Yeah, good.
audience well.
Good on him. That's his business. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess the other side of that, where you have people that might not look at the other side of that information and form an opinion based on that, it's probably a little bit. But I guess, yeah, that's up to the individual to make their own decision. Do your own research.
Yeah, certainly, so much disinformation out there. It's ridiculous.
Mm.
Here's the F-150 there. Office complex loses power. Battery backups run out for the internet. You get the forward lighting in.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing, I'd love to see that in our vehicles.
If my office loses power, I'm going home and going to sit on the couch.
There's that too.
In my car. Yeah. See you later.
That's
I'll be
a
out the
valid
door.
point.
Yeah.
But if your home goes out,
Yeah, I've still got a generator, I guess, maybe, but it's Adelaide. Everyone's got a generator. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't sit in them very long, but be interesting to try. Yeah, I'll have to do a test drive at some point.
I haven't sat in one yet. I haven't driven a performance. So they do have one down at the airport. But I just haven't got down there to take it for a spin yet. I'm just too scared. I like this car enough, and this guy's quick enough for me. I think if I get in one, I'm going to be like, oh, yeah. So I just clicked over 10,200 Ks now. So time for a performance, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're definitely time to trade in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've driven the long range, and the acceleration in that was pretty good. I can only imagine
that
how
might
good
be my next step.
is.
If the long range comes with the LFP, then I'd be set on it. but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
really.
That was one of the reasons I went for the rear-wheel drive. I like the LFP.
Yeah, I just plug it in. It's plugged in now and every night. So
Have you had a look at the C-Line 7 Drones?
no, I think there's a BYD showroom out on Main North Road somewhere. But that's you need a passport to get the other side of Adelaide, basically. So I don't get out that way very much.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got two Powerwalls here, Kangaroo, and it's fantastic. Especially I use Amber. I'm not sure it's available down there, but yeah, I haven't paid a power bill since I joined them, and making a lot of money out of it. But that's one of the reasons I'd love to see the car being able to contribute there and add some in when the prices are really good. Yeah, but Powerwalls
Kev,
you don't even notice.
I've got the just the Model 3 Highland. So I think what was ours? It's December build, I think. Yours?
Yeah,
Yeah. So the 23.5, but mine's stealth grey, so it's not quite as fast as Jules, but um, yeah, it doesn't look quite as classy, but it's stealthy.
they all
Yeah,
look good. They all look
yeah.
good. Yeah, Dronis and I ordered about the same time, so we are
Mm.
going through the same process on one of the forums and losing our patience every day.
It's going crazy, just following boats and productions and watching. Remember watching all the boats loading up with Model 3 Highlands and looking at them, going, "Is that a right hand drive? Is that a left hand drive? What's going on?"
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Watching all those videos. Yeah, I was
Mm.
thinking about the other day. I was watching the guys in the forum. I was like, I kind of miss this.
Yeah, yeah, just the anticipation. But now you just drive it and love it. So mine's just a rear wheel drive. Um, yeah, I decided my commute's only about 25 k's a day, and I do some trips interstate. Probably once, twice a year, I go to like Albury-Wodonga area, but probably 99% of my driving is driving to work, and it's probably 50, 60 k's a day. So for me, the rear wheel drive was fine. And actually, the salesperson at Tesla said you don't need the long range. You're better off just buying the rear wheel drive if that's what you do. So yeah, it's working really well. This morning when it was -1 here, which is cold for us, Jules, it's so cold. But I came out to the car and it was all defrosted. It was 21.5 degrees in here, and the steering wheel was warm. So yeah, can't beat that.
Always 21.5. Yep, yep.
Oh,
Sometimes I
it's
put it bumped up
21.5,
22.
right? It's 20.5 at the moment. So yeah,
Okay. Yeah, mine's either 21.5 or 22. But
yeah.
yeah, I had the same experience. The sales rep definitely told me I didn't need a long range, and I'm glad I went. Oh, well, there's some things about the long range. It is a little bit faster. It's got that the sound system and that kind of stuff. So there's some advantages. But
Mm,
even though I drive to Brisbane from Canberra, a couple of times a year, um, there's just, especially on the east coast, there's just no need for the long range. I mean, it's obviously an advantage. It charges faster, and if you're going off the beaten track, it's a bit better. It gives you more options. The trip to
mm,
Adelaide, I maybe could have used the long range for that little bit from the Great Ocean Road to Adelaide would have been a little bit better,
mm,
but you don't need it. I mean, and 99% of my driving is just down. I charge once a week on
mm.
the rear wheel drive, so your long range is
Yeah.
just would be carrying an extra weight for no reason. I haven't heard of the acceleration boost coming for the long range, Kev. I know a few people are keen on it. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, Powerball 2 versus Powerball 3. Powerball 3 is LFP. Um, there's some trade-offs.
Mm,
The Powerball 3 has got you don't need a separate inverter, but you can't use what do you call them, the micro inverters on the panels. you've got to use like the string panels, which I think can be, depending on your how your house is situated, that kind of stuff. If you get partial shade in one of the panels, that kind of stuff, it'll affect the whole road rather than with the micro inverters. They're all separate. But I think you can get around that by having the Powerwall 3 and having the extra inverter, but it kind of defeats that purpose. But being LFP, yeah, it may make a difference. Honestly, the Powerwall 2s I've got here are about 7 years old, and I did a test on them at like 1.5% degradation. So I really think because of the fact that they're discharging and charging at 5 kilowatts each, the degradation on them shouldn't be that great. It's not like you're doing a supercharge on them every day or anything like that. So yeah, whether the LFP offers that much of a benefit or not, I really don't know. Yeah, there's also certain. I think the Powerwall 3 could put out a slightly more than the Powerwall 2. Oh, the long range is definitely faster than the rear-wheel drive. But honestly, I mean, the rear-wheel drive, I have no problem getting into any gap I want to get into. It's still faster than almost anything you'll find out down the road anyway.
Safely accelerating to enter traffic, of course.
Absolutely, yeah, under the speed limit at all times. But yeah, it's certainly got all the power you need. It is fun to put your boot in occasionally and get that extra bit of acceleration in the long range, and I'm sure the performance even more so. But
I think the long range off the bark is probably quicker with the torque, the initial torque getting you off the line. But once the rear-wheel drive's rolling, it's that's what I find. It's more noticeable. But either way,
Voltex 9.6 kilowatt. It sounds pretty good. I mean, the great thing with the Powerwall, you don't even notice if it's a blackout. I find out the day after when, all the neighbours are complaining about the power going out, and I'm like, what? Did it? I was sitting there working away on the computer and watching YouTube and didn't notice.
Oh, right. Yeah. Same being everything stays up.
Oh, it doesn't even flicker. The lights don't even flicker.
Oh, right.
I have to look on the app and see that I did have a power outage the day before. Okay. I mean, if you want to use something like Amber with a smart shift and that kind of stuff, you've got to have a battery controller with a certain amount of smarts. It definitely works well with the Tesla. I'm not sure about Voltex. I've never heard of them, but that's one thing to be aware of. That's always good too, having the modular as you go along.
I think reading what Sensei is saying there too, having a no solar panels home battery where you could probably charge it off peak, save some money on the solar panel install and just use that. That'd be an interesting concept.
Yeah, look, I mean, I haven't got this place here's only got like 6 kilowatts worth of solar panels, and during wintertime especially, it's not doing anything at all. Or I still earn money by just arbitraging the power prices. Buy it in at around 12 cents or whatever and sell it at 30, 40 cents at night. Especially at the moment, we're getting sort of two peaks, one in the morning, one at night. So I'm doing a charge and discharge at night in the morning, and then another one during the day and night time. Okay, I haven't looked at the BYD ones either, actually. Yeah, there's definitely options out there. All right, we might. It's been going over an hour now, so get past 9 o'clock. Might call it there. I'll try and I'll be in Melbourne next week, so we'll see if I can get away in time to. It might be a bit later potentially, but we'll see how we go. Whether I can do it Wednesday, otherwise we'll do one on Sunday with the regular EV news, and we'll go from there. Thanks everyone for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you next time.
See you guys.